Roger.
Today is March 13, 2013. Becky Sarah, lead engineer with Tetra Tech. We're at structure G372. We're at the South Seapage Culvert. Kerry Dillon, dive supervisor. Gentry Tabor is the diver. Brian Roller, bridge design, is going to lead the inspection. We're starting on the wing walls of the structure. Diver, go ahead and begin your inspection.
Roger. So let me get to the surface here and show you exactly where I am underwater. This is the east side wall on the very south end of the entrance of the tunnel. And just below the surface is heavy marine growth, algae, and grass. All the way underwater, heavy marine growth. And to the base here, there's light cobblestone and gravel and riprap. This is riprap here. Heavy marine growth all the way to the base. Get my ladder on the opposite side. Lion tamer ladder. And this is the sloping edge, the inside of the east wall. Again, heavy algae and marine growth all the way up and down. To the base. And I can feel here it's a silty bottom. It's here at the entrance is 1 to 2 inches thick. I can't feel where the concrete slab starts because the silt is so thick. But riprap goes all the way up into the tunnel with the silty bottom. But I feel concrete underneath. It is hard.
Roger that. Can you show me the corner where the base slab hits the wall when you get there?
Yes, I'm trying to show you here, but let me move forward a little bit more. Very silty. I don't think I'll get a visual at the bottom now. The silt is, 6 to 8 inches deep now.
After that, I got zero visibility.
Roger. And I'm standing up here, just barely peeking out of the water there. Heavy marine growth, algae on the wall. Here I am all the way at the base here. Stick my tool in the mud so you can see. 1 to 2 inches of silt. This here is a coating drip, splash coat drip. Now here's the entrance. Or no, this is a channel workshop guide. We'll get a view of that on the east wall. There's some pitting on the side. No significant material loss, but a small 1/16 of an inch pitting on the corner. Minor pitting, rust erosion. And at the base now. feel at the bottom in between if there's any debris. Very silty bottom. I feel right here. Alright, here's the base of the ladder here, so, alright. Now there's some minor debris.
Gentry, what side of the box are you on? Are you on the ladder side or the other side?
I started on the other side. I'm just feeling the bottom to see if there's any debris in between.
Roger that.
There is debris in between, actually. This looks like a cement mixer drill. You see a visual on that?
Yeah, just barely, but yeah.
Alright. I'll save that for later. I'll hang that on the ladder. There's a small riprap in between the log stop guides. We'll move them out of the way. Alright, I'll go back to the east side, continue the inspection. And the opposite side, the north side of the log stop guide on the east side of the wall. Minor corrosion and pitting on the corners. And light marine growth.
Stand up to the top, please.
Okay, stand by. I need to stand on the ladder. Do you have a visual?
I don't quite at the top yet. Good shot.
And continuing down the wall, heading north. I don't know if you have any visuals, but from what I can see is minor marine growth, mainly grass and algae.
Yeah, I've got really bad visual. You're in the tunnel now?
Roger. So I am in the tunnel now. Here's a seam from the forms. There's another seam here. There's some muscle growth down here. It's mainly silty bottom. Here it's about a ½ inch to an inch thick.
So Doug is seeing minor marine growth, minor air entrapment or bug holes, no other signs of deterioration?
That's affirmative.
Gentry, try to give us a real idea what you're scanning. It's hard to tell when you're on the bottom and when you're standing.
Okay, I'm standing here. Can you see the base of the water line?
Roger that.
Roger that. The base of the water line is about a foot above my head. So now I'm moving back down the wall to the base. No signs yet of the first joint. What I've seen now are just form lines.
Roger that.
Slack diver 10.
Slack diver 10.
I'm moving back up to the top. It's the base of the water line here. Mainly algae and like grass growth. I'm scanning the bottom now. And I'm feeling the bottom too, see if I can find that first joint. Now this very well could be it.
Roger that. That looks like that first joint. We'll want to pop our head out of the water.
For that. Scan it before I stir up any silt.
Hey, Gentry?
Yes.
Turn around and look at the exit point. How far away would you say you are?
I'd say I'm at 50 to 60 feet.
All right, thanks.
Is there anything in specific you want me to scan on this? You want me to go across the bottom and try to inspect the bottom?
No, I don't think that's a joint, so let's just, let's 10 feet moving north.
Roger. Moving up to the surface now. Here's a form line, light marine growth. Here's some bubble pitting here. Here's a bolt sticking out. This is 1 foot underwater.
Roger that. Could you could you pan to the right? Sasha thought she saw something.
Roger.
Continue on.
Roger. Okay, I can see the first joint now. It's about 5 feet away.
Roger that.
Alright, here I'm standing at the first joint. Me standing at the surface. Right now, I'm right at the joint.
You're at the joint.
Roger. Now, there's a gap there where the styrofoam is in between. It's a 1/4 inch gap out of the water. So they're not completely butted up. There's mussels growing on the inside above the water from where the water line was. And underwater, the gap continues all the way to the bottom. Yeah, I can stick my tool all the way in there behind the muscles. There's some, there's a conduit sticking out here, approximately 2 feet from the bottom. At the base here, I can feel a ledge. I can stick my tool underneath the fanning that they did on the concrete to cover the two joints together. Let me try to go to the other side too, if I can get a spot where I didn't stir up any silt. Actually, I lost the joint. There we go. Yeah, I just feel muscle growth inside the two joint sides underwater. Or on the base of the floor.
We got zero visibility, so you have to describe what you're seeing.
That's what I'm trying to do. I just feel the two different the two different sides of the joint. Did I move that far back from it? Yeah, I've got zero visibility.
Alright, we're not seeing anything, so when you get back to the joint, just poke your head up and pan across the ceiling so we got a good visual of that, and then let's continue on.
Do you have a visual?
Roger that.
It actually looks like the southern part of the joint is very sunk down from the other one.
It looks like there wasn't a very good match cast. We don't see of the gasket blowing out into the inside or anything like that, and so let's just continue on.
Roger. We're moving forward now. I'm a foot from the surface, scanning the top portion, moving my way down. Light marine growth, algae and mussels now. Still about a 1 to 2 inch silt on the bottom. I'm looking at this here. It looks like just trying to match the form together. It's very raised on one side.
Yeah, it looks like some honeycomb or pockets that just like that a form dislodge or something.
Correct. Ah, man. Something's going after my feet.
Bass.
Bass. Alright, standing up now to scan the eye height, muscle growth and algae. There's so many fish in here. Oh man, there's so many fish.
Doesn't get out of way too much fun.
Oh, I'm not. Stepping the ladders on them, and man, it's just like... There's a lot of fish. and I can feel him, like, kicking up the ladder. Not digging it.
Roger that. ROV saw the same fish. Look on the bright side, you can see the gate.
That's a long way away.
Gentry, are you alright?
I'm just a little anxious right now.
Gentry?
Yeah.
Well, it's happened to me before. It won't bother you, it just feels funny when you get fish all around you.
Roger. Alright, let me try this again. Going under. Alright, I'm making my way to the base. Alright, working my way to the base. Man. Zero visibility. Well, I got to say, heavy marine growth, mussels and algae. This is a form line here.
Roger that. That looks like our next joint. Let's get a scan on the top of it too.
Do you have a visual of the surface?
Yeah, Gentry, good visual. Roger that.
Yeah, actually, on the other side, I can see a ledge.
Yeah, I think what you've done is you've entered that ledge will define the building. You're going from the culvert into underneath the building.
Okay, roger. Is that the ROV coming in? It's not. It's all the fish coming to the surface.
Yeah, the ROV's not in the water right now.
Oh, gosh.
Just be meaner than them. They're only a foot long or so, maybe 18 inches long. Just keep thinking dinner. Largemouth bass dinner.
Largemouth bass dinner. Alright, skin the wall to the base here. 0 visibility.
Confirm your location, please.
I am on the east wall. So I just got a little frightened there. Swam in between my legs.
Roger that.
Location, I'm on the east wall at the surface now.
Good visual. I got it.
Roger.
Take your mind off it. Just keep talking to me.
I feel like I'm Batman in his cave trying to overcome his fear of bats.
Look, if it's any consolation, I got my eye on you the whole way.
Thank you. Visibility is very bad now. Silt is, I'd say, 4 to 6 inches thick. Oh, creepy fish.
Keep saying largemouth bass.
Oh, not largemouth bass. Skinny wall here. Muzzles. Largemouth bass in between my legs.
Roger that.
That's what I got, a largemouth bass in between my legs.
Some of us call it different, but anyway.
It could be a gar between my legs, but I'm not sure. I think this is just a form line here.
A little bit of, we're seeing it as red. What did you see it as?
This red, yeah, that's some, stop biting my feet. That's just paint there. It doesn't look like any rust corrosion.
Roger that.
This here looks like just a scalpel, or not a scalpel, a trowel mark from the forms in the concrete. Here's some more of that red paint from before, probably from the forms.
Yeah, Ginger, you probably should pop your head up so we can get a visual of where the location is.
Roger.
Good job. Thank you.
Roger. Working my way to the base here at the bottom. Very silty in the bottom. I don't spend too much time. Heavy muscle growth now. And heavy algae and grass growth on the walls. Form line here. You know, I'm just going to take a second and turn and look at them. So that I just... No, I'm not going to do that at all. What was I thinking? Heavy muscle growth. No significant cracks or damage to the integrity of the concrete. Some more red paint as before. Heavy muscle growth and algae. Take a look on the surface.
Gentry?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening is your feet are stirring up the bottom, and that can't be prevented. It's stirring up little bits of food particles. Your light is attracting the fish, and all the fish are just having a feeding frenzy right around all the food that's being stirred up, and unfortunately we can't change that.
Right.
So just, take your time, relax, take a break anytime you need to, and you'll be fine.
Roger. Just talking myself through it. It's just every time they hit me right in between the legs, they just wiggle around and it doesn't feel right.
You probably never played hockey.
Well, I've never played hockey with a wiggling stick, that's for sure. working my way down to the bottom again. Just heavy algae growth here. Here's one right here. Check this out. Alright, I feel better now.
Good job, I like that.
Okay, work my way to the base here. I have not yet seen the next seam. Either I passed it back there during that panic attack, or I haven't come across it.
No, Gentry, once you cross underneath the building, you will see no more seams to the gate. It's all just going to be form lines from that point on.
Alright, roger that. So here is very heavy algae growth, covering about 70 to 80% of the wall now. And, let me just look at the surface. Now I'm about 75 feet from the gate now. Let me just look up here. Do you see the end of the tunnel, the entrance?
Roger that. We've got a good visual now above water.
Roger that. Alright, going back down. Very heavy algae growth, or mussel and algae growth. And the silt on the bottom now is about 4 to 6 inches thick. Feels like a decomposed granite feeling.
Yeah, I just have confirmation from Mr. Miyagi. You got to practice back on racks off.
Alright, let's try this out. Give the fish something to eat. And on the surface, actually the mussels are starting to come up to the base of the 4 to 6 inches above water. There's roaches on the ceiling too, that's kind of strange.
Roger that, they live everywhere.
And I'll work my way to the base down here. No significant damage to the concrete wall. Scrape some of this away. Mr. Miyagi's got a lesson with Miyagi later. Looks like a minor bubble pitting. Actually, what this looks like is all of these mussels are taking form inside of the bubble pitting. Very heavy mussel growth. 70-80% of the wall is covered in mussels.
Roger that. It looks like almost 100% covered.
Yeah, there are some spots in between. Like out here, I can see a concrete or a form. Oh, there's a big roach. Yeah, 90-100% of the wall covered in this deliciousness of mussels. And here, if you can see the base of the floor here, man, that's covered in mussels. A lot of mussel growth in here.
Roger that.
I didn't think of that before. I'm just walking across mussels.
Right, so that granular flowing is really just a pile of mussels.
And here, actually, I'm at the ledge here. There goes the ladder. This here is the ledge to where it goes above to the gate back there. Some little catfish.
Well, you succeeded in making me jump.
Yeah, I think I'm used to it now.
You might have to talk me down now.
Yeah, look at, I mean, these things, what are these here? These are, does anybody know who these are? Yeah, look at them, they're shaking at the side of me.
Somebody says Talapia, I have no idea. I'm calling them largemouth bass.
So right away, actually, yes, if you can see the grass there, there's definitely a current, and you can see my gloves. That's not me shaking, that's the current coming from underneath the door.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Let me pull myself some slack.
Okay, Gentry, when you get settled, what we'd like to do is check each side of the gate for clearance on the bottom to see if there's a bigger gap on one side or the other. Try to decide if the gate is aligned in the rack or if it's skewed.
Roger that. See, from the base there, that is,
Pan up a little bit, please.
Roger. Can you see the ruler?
Roger, got that. Looks like about a ½ inch.
Roger that. Let me go to the other side here. Fighting the current. Actually,
Pan up a little bit. We're missing that one.
This is significantly less, a quarter of an inch here on this side. Hang on here.
Roger. So we've got about a ½ inch on the west wall, and we've got about a ½ inch on the east wall. Roger?
Missing. Yeah, so a difference of a ½ inch on each side.
Gentry, you see those round holes? Just probe those a little bit so we understand what they are.
Roger. Actually, these on this side are filled concrete, and this, that's 2 1/4 inch. This has some muscle growth in there. 1 1/2 inch. 1 inch. And this over here, 1 3/4 inch deep. So,
Gentry, is that metal that the holes are in? It's a metal plate?
yes, these were drilled in a metal, no, this is, there's some pitting on here, let me see if, no, it's definitely concrete, yeah. This right here, these were drilled in concrete, and this at the base of the door is metal.
Roger that. Give us a rough dimension of those holes then.
Roger. 2 inch holes in diameter.
Roger that. 2 inches. Gentry, are we looking at like a 4-inch metal piece? Looks like a weld line there, but is that muscle?
Are you saying right here?
Roger.
This is corrosion. This is the, concrete, actually, hang on. This is, I don't know what material this is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a metal plate, and so those holes were in metal down below.
But when I scrape the, edge of the hole, it, perhaps they were filled in with a, concrete material.
Yeah, what happens is they put holes in the metal so that the concrete can come up through it, like, so you don't trap air in around the metal, frame.
I see, I understand now, okay. So yes, with this pitting here, I can see that now, yes, this is metal, this plate here is metal. So the bubbling you see here is some slight pitting underneath, I can see some rust underneath. So the concrete goes all the way up to this metal plate. This seam here, like what you saw out of the water, I don't think it's a weld. I think these are just buttered up and seamed together.
Is there a difference in elevation across that, like when you scrape it across?
There's a slight variation. In some parts, I can see like very little, a 32nd of an inch. So if there's any variation, this side is up higher than this out here.
Roger that. Let's go up again out of the top and let's look around the ceiling. That's good visual. Why don't you go on to the west wall now and let's follow it back out the hole.
Roger. So there's this corrosion again. That was just this sealant coming out from inside from the two different pieces. It actually looks like some slight corrosion in there.
Roger that. Before you start heading out the tunnel, we want to get a visual of the face of the gate in the middle.
Roger that. So there's the approximate center of the gate. Light marine growth, grass, and light muscle growth, actually medium to heavy muscle growth.
Roger that, but no signs of rust, stains, or pitting from corrosion?
Negative, actually. There's no corrosion on this that I can see. On the very edge here, I can see some corrosion. Let me scrape some of that away. Clear it out. If you can see this here, that's rust corrosion, but there's no significant deep pitting. It's just surface corrosion.
Roger that. So we see some rust stains, but no pitting in the base metal.
That's affirmative.
Pan up to the top of the gate for us just one more time.
Roger.
hand up and left a little bit.
And left a little bit.
Hand up. That's it. Let's head and start heading out the tunnel.
Roger. Do you need to inspect this ledge just outside the gate at all?
Yeah, give it a visual.
Right, on the surface, this is the approximate middle of the gate. There's some bubbling on the surface in the concrete. Some very big ones, actually. This one's 2.5 inches long, 1.5 inches wide.
Roger that. What that is air that was entrapped underneath the forms when they cast the concrete.
That's correct. Very, very heavy muscle growth here. I'm gonna put one of these in my pocket.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. More fish food for you.
Well, now I want one to come by me so I can put a skewer on it, run it through one of my fishing lines.
Yeah, Roger, management says that's a no-go.
No-go, okay. Just don't tell them I did it.
Yeah, there won't be any evidence or anything of it.
No significant damage to the base of the foot of the ledge here. You're the toe, and I can't see anything down in that crevice.
Hey, Gentry, we're going to go ahead and shoot a Nemo in the oysters there on the bottom.
Oh, Roger. Stand by. There's a little wrapped up there. Alright, ready for Nemo?
I'm doing the wrong second one, that's why. He opened the wrong guard. Hang on a second.
Roger, standing by. I have bubbles.
Roger that, diver, I have bubbles. Divers at 10 feet below.
Roger.
Continue on dive.
Roger, continue on dive. Alright, now I'm heading out the west side. Let me get a view out of the water for you. Some stalagmites there.
Roger that.
10 feet from the wall. Working my way out. Very heavy muscle growth. Come up on some diver slack.
Roger that. Coming up on diver slack.
And the base here. 100% muscle growth on the wall. Now
Now you're just picking on the other guys.
Well, now I that gained me confidence to try and fish for some of them. Speaking of which, stand by.
May not be a good idea.
Roger.
We got word from the top. You can swallow one if you can get it.
Stuff it in my hat.
Upper walls look clear, no oysters or marine growth, minor pitting, and no signs of corrosion.
That's affirmative. Very heavy marine growth, algae and mussels on the walls. This here looks like a patch that was filled. This looks like a hole that was filled.
Probably a farm tie.
Up on some diver slack.
Roger that.
Continue to come up as I go, please.
Roger that.
No significant damage to the concrete. This is just heavy marine growth. I'll stop on diver slack. This here looks like it, slack diver 5.
Slack and diver 5.
Roger. I don't know if this was a crack or if it's a drip from... Oh yes, there we go. It was a drip from a patch that they did.
Roger that.
Continue on diver slack.
Roger that.
I'll stop on diver slack.
Roger that.
Yes, this is another drip from a patch they did. Roger, continue on diver slack. Heavy marine growth, algae and mussels. Moderate to heavy marine growth, algae and grass, light mussels now. I'll stop on diver slack. Alright, now I passed the entrance to where the building, the structure starts. Here's a seam here, actually, a joint, rather. Let me find it. Okay. So this is the transition of, let me stand up a little bit higher. You can see that top side. I don't know if this is a joint here, if the joint is back there where the structure's base starts.
Gentry, did you pass the area where the ceiling, so the ceiling dropped down now, right?
Roger.
So now you're at the first joint south of the building, so I think we missed this one on the way in, but we're finding it now, so.
Roger. We'll see, this one is very well fanned out. I actually have a hard time following it down.
Roger, they just butted two pieces together and the forms didn't line up very well, so.
Roger, you want me to continue on?
Yeah, if we can't get a visual on the bottom, you may as well continue on.
Roger, I copy. Continuing on now. This is the surface 1 foot below. And this here looks like, yes, this is the seam here at the beginning where it was offset very badly.
Roger that.
And yes, here on this side is also a very wide gap.